Take. Please hold while I start up my podcast. Hello, welcome to Paul's Take, and this is my take on Tom Cruise, or should I, Tom Hanks. Tell you, it's been a long day. Tom Hanks, what is the deal? First of all, I gotta say, Tom Hanks is like America's good guy actor in a world of Hollywood, a world of corruption and craziness and wildness. Tom Hanks was like the good guy. He's like the nice dad or something, or the cool brother. He seems like you hear stories about him, how he is the nicest person to work with, that he has a great heart, that he's just cool. And I gotta say, from what I can tell, it was true. And as a matter of fact, I worked with him myself briefly, and I met him briefly. We're not exactly buddies. We're not exactly pen pals. I'm not associated with any of the alleged wrongdoings. But I did meet him on the set of Forrest Gump. That's right. I was in Forrest Gump. He played Forrest Gump. I played a football player, a little extra, little guy. But we did get to meet him briefly because he obviously was on the set, and he wasn't feeling well, and he met everybody. He went around and shook everybody's hand, and even though he wasn't feeling well, he was super gracious and super nice. So it broke my heart when I heard the rumors about Tom Hanks and that island, the Epstein's Island, and then the alleged claim that supposedly he bought a girl or something, like a sex slave. The girl was really young. I don't know. I hope that's not true. I hope not. And then he moves over to Greece. And let's see here. Yeah, I believe he moved to Greece, where supposedly, and this is, I don't know if that's true or not, but supposedly they don't treat pedophilia as a crime, where they think it's like a mental issue or something, or a weird addiction or something. They try to treat that situation. It's not like well, I guess if you did something wrong, that would be different. But if you just have the desires, they try to help you out or something. Anyhow, so it's rough. I mean, like I said, he's been in Forrest Gump. He's been in Major League. Was it that one? I don't know, the one with the girls playing baseball. I mean, countless movies. Super cool dude. Super nice. Only thing is here is good. There's good things about him. But I don't know. I mean, I heard it. I was doing some research, and I thought for sure this was a story that was factual. That he went to the island anyway, the Epstein's Island. Now that I'll do some research, I don't think there's any proof of that. So he's been rumored to go and rumored to be acquaintances, but I personally didn't see anything. So I don't know if there's a massive cover up, or it just didn't happen, or how did he actually get involved with that rumor? Like I said, I thought it was a fact, and I didn't do much research on it. I wanted to see if he ever made a comment on it, if he ever defended himself. And I found nothing. And I'm not saying it's not out there. I just haven't seen a single thing about a comment on Tom Hanks regarding Epstein's Island. If he's ever been there, if he knows the guy, if he's best friends with him, if he's been on an island or not. Apparently, everybody and their mother, that's anybody, went to that island. It was like, it's just the list, it goes on forever. And even like princesses and super high powered entertainment industry personalities and government officials and all these people. Everybody supposedly went there. I've never been there. Never heard of it until afterwards. I'm totally innocent. So I don't know if he went or not. And I always wonder. I still wonder, like, if Like I've been to parties, right? That's right. I've been to parties when I was younger. I was a party animal, right? No, well, at least I've seen a lot of parties on TV. Um, but usually, my understanding, and I actually, I'm not going to use that, but my understanding of like clubs, and I would think like Epstein's Island would be like a major type of situation like this, where there's going to be the common area where everybody parties and mingles and drinks and acts crazy. But then there's the back room. There's the back room where people that are really in the inner circle, they go into the back room, and that's where all the cocaine comes out, and all the hookers come out, and all the I don't know, I don't even want to say what stuff is coming out, but all the bad stuff is in the back room, and then there's a front room. So the people that are really twisted in the inner circle go to the back, and then the people in the front, either they're not aware of the back room, or they have a blind eye to it, or they want nothing to do with it. They still want to go to the party and be mingled with all the big shots because it's not what you know, it's who you know, allegedly. So I'm sure that's a big part of Hollywood and a big part of government is who you know, whose back are you willing to scratch, who are you gonna take care of, who are you gonna hook up. It's all about the hookups. Who are you gonna like protect? So I don't know if there is a back room or if the whole place is all jacked up. I mean, it could be like this whole Illuminati thing where you go there and to show your allegiance, you go there and you know it's going to happen. You know you're going to have to like participate in all this twisted stuff, or maybe they want to participate in this twisted stuff, but this is kind of like their allegiance, their show of allegiance, right? So I don't know, but what I wish would happen, and I don't think it happened. And like I said, I tried to look for a comment. I could not find a Tom Hanks comment about the island. If he ever went to it, if he ever had relations with that woman, and I haven't seen anything. So not to say it's not out there, but I really wish he would like face this head on and say, "Look, I don't know where this stuff came from. I have never been on an island. I never met him. Or if he did go on the island, say say something like, I was there. I had no idea what was going on. Believe me, if I knew what was going on, I would have never been there. I was disgusted to find out what happened on that island." But he didn't. He hasn't said, from like I said, as far as I know, if it did, it wasn't published out there enough, because it seems to me that if that is true, that he has not made a comment or statement, and he has not made a statement on this young girl that supposedly he bought, and then all of a sudden he goes to Greece, it seems like he's running away from his problems, and it seems like he's just trying to just disappear. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think it looks good. That's all I'm saying. I think it looks shady, the fact that he's not come out. The guy was actually, oh my gosh, he was Mr. Rogers. What in the world? Or he played Mr. Rogers in the movie. We don't want that. We want our clean cut Tom Hanks. And really, I don't expect him to come out and say, "Yeah, I was on I was I was on that island, Forrest Gump. I don't know. I was on that island, and then I thought I saw Jenny, and Jenny was touching me in weird ways. I had no idea Jenny was 13 years old." Terrible. I don't want to say it, but I mean, he's not going to come out and say all the stuff. So he's not going to say he's guilty and a terrible person. He won't do it, and you don't really expect it to happen. Yeah, I mean, granted, if he did do all this crooked, twisted stuff, I'm hoping that um, he will get, busted and the law will catch him and they'll take care of him. But I really hope it's not true. I really don't. I really hope that this guy is as clean as he appears to be, as spotless and squeaky as he seems, because he's like your idol for goodness, right? He had a bunch of idols for badness. They're out there everywhere. But he has that image. It's terrible. Terrible. Anyways, Tom Hanks, I know you're listening to me. Why wouldn't you be? Make a statement. Come on my show. You'll be heard by all 12 people. In that way, it'll clear your name that you did not have relations with that man, that island, that girl, anything. And you completely, that's what I'm looking for, basically are sickened by that and do not condone all that stuff. Do that. Do that for me as a friend, as a coworker of Forrest Gump. I actually saw, it's funny, I actually saw Tom Hanks pretty much naked. I mean, he was basically naked. We did the football scene. So we're on the field, right? So we're on the field, and I was like, "Run, Forrest! Stop, Forrest!" That was me. Anyhow, and then later, they chose me. The casting director said, "Hey, you want to do another scene?" I said, "Sure. Are you willing to take off your clothes?" I was like, "What?" Sure. Okay. I was young. I was probably 20, 22 maybe. I was pretty darn young. And I was all buffed out at the time. I was kind of a bodybuilder. But then again, but of course I was also very shy. I mean, what the hell? But I said, sure, what the hell? So we're in this locker room scene. You probably don't remember because it's not a very big scene. It's where, let's see here. I'll try to set up the scene so you can look it up. It's where, okay, you remember when Forrest Gump, right? He was in college. And then there was a big commotion in front of the school where a black lady drops her books. And then Forrest Gump just reaches over, picks up the books for the lady. Because he's a nice guy. Forrest Gump's a nice guy, just like Tom Hanks, right? So he picks up the books for the lady. He says, "Oh, you dropped your books." And then the scene cuts to the coaches of the football team, and they're watching this event on TV, and they see Forrest Gump. And I forgot what they said, but there's like, what in the world, Forrest? Well, in that scene, you know what? It wasn't a scene. That was part of it, though. But it cut into, I guess, I don't remember how it worked. Maybe the scene, maybe it was recorded. I'm not sure, but all I know is, so we're now the coaches are watching this TV, and then it must have been recorded. It's on the news. It was recorded, and they're watching the news, and then they see Forrest coming out of the locker room or out of the showers. So I was in the locker room, and I'm getting undressed. We're taking multiple takes. So some takes are longer. Some of them I'm trying to take my time and pretend I'm putting on deodorant and, messing with my hair or whatever, because I didn't want to get completely naked. And most people, they were most guys that were on the shoot, I think all of them, they're like me, they're willing to take off their shirt, maybe their pants, as long as they get their underwear underneath. That's no problem. So everybody's, doing their thing and pretending to be getting changed. And here comes Forrest Gump out of the shower room, and he is completely buck naked, except for a towel. And of course, he was drying his junk, so you don't see his junk, but you see basically everything else. And it surprised me. And I was thinking back then, I'm like, man, he just seems, like I said, we're doing takes and takes over and over. He just seems so comfortable walking around naked. So he'd come out, do a scene, go back, and it wasn't like he was bashful. It's just like he was as comfortable being naked as I was comfortable wearing, just like fully dressed. He just seemed totally fine. No problem. And I was like, wow, man, that guy's, and he was a little bit older than me, but I was like, wow, he's just so comfortable in his own skin like that. It's amazing. So I don't know. That doesn't really prove anything, I don't think. It was something that ran through my mind back then. The guy likes to be naked around a bunch of kids. Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I did think it was odd. Alrighty. So What's else is new in the world? Um, a lot of crazy stuff. I would also like to see, this is completely unrelated, but since we're talking about people um, basically condemning situations, like condemning, all the stuff he was accused of, but I would love to see, and I don't understand why they don't do this, the Democratic Party condemn the rioting. Why not condemn the rioting? It's crazy for me. I don't like to get into politics. That excuse me, that they're like not even mentioning it. And we all know there's people protesting, and they're like, they're commending the protesters because they're trying to bring about change and all, which is great. Um, but then they're not condemning the rioting, and I just specifically mean destroying stuff, burning down cars, beating people up left and right. It's just they're not condemning that at all. It's like it's as if the Democrats are for that. They're not for that. Who are they trying to appease? Who are they trying to get to? I mean, who do they really think that the majority of Democrats are in favor of rioting and destruction and violence? They're not. It's obviously that the few that are doing it, who knows why they're doing it, to tell you the truth. I understand the protesting, and with the rioting, I guess some people, I don't know, they might, I believe that even some rioters they're just like, they're upset, and that's how they're, I don't know, throwing a tantrum and breaking things. But I do believe there is a what's it called, undercoating, under like a conspiracy behind it, behind the rioters, not the protesters per se. I think there's some of that too, but I heard that, I'll get all these names mixed up. I'm kind of tired. That one crazy rich dude, Soros, that supposedly is paying for these people to riot. I don't know if it's true or not. That's what I heard. I don't know. But it seems to me it would look so much better for everyone, especially the Democrats, that if the peaceful protesters that they're out there anyways, and they're out there in numbers, would actually stop people from doing destruction. If they look like they were the law abiding people, that they wanted peace, they wanted justice, that they themselves would police themselves. And I mean, it's not even really policing themselves, it's policing those knuckleheads that are doing the writing. And just show the world that that's not what they're about. Show the world that they want positive change, not violence in the streets, because in the end, it's only going to make things worse, right? Not protesting. Don't get me wrong. The violence, because if you all you're seeing on the news and on Facebook and on other social media is people losing their minds and destroying things, that's not going to stop racism. That's going to make it worse. You'd be like, people will be freaking out whenever they see a Democrat of color or something. I don't know. It's just going to make it worse. It's like back in the day with Martin Luther King, and they advocated peaceful protesting, and it showed, and they proved that they're not crazy. They're not angry, violent people. So it won the hearts and souls of a lot of people that potentially probably were racist before, or the ones that, I mean, there's a lot of people that weren't racist. That's why they got rid of slavery, because the majority of people didn't want slavery. So, in the same sense, a lot of people were not racist, but there was a lot that were, that potentially would have saw the peaceful nature of the protest and said, you know what, maybe I've been thinking wrong this whole time. Maybe I'm the wrong one. Maybe we should make a change. Treat everybody like humans. So peaceful protesting is the same thing. This just shows that they are the ones that want law and order, and they want respect, and they deserve it. But the protesting, not the rioting, destructions and the violence, that's only going to put people say, whoa, they're going to make me more scared. They're not going to be better. They might win some rights or get some rights, but In the end, they're not winning the hearts and minds. Only peace and love will win the hearts and minds of people. That's what I think. That is my take. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. Love everybody. Be cool. And stop the violence. Police thyself. Alrighty. Hey, nothing else new in the world. I keep getting drawn into these politics. It's in the news everywhere. I can't help it. Other things. Elon Musk now is the fourth richest man in the world. Let's see, Elon. Yeah, so let's see here. So, tech entrepreneur is now the fourth richest person in the world, which is insane. Yeah, see here. So he just added to his wealth. He added 27. Wait a minute. $27 billion. Why is it 35 billion? Anyways, he is now worth 132 billion dollars. Or no, I don't get this. US. Oh, maybe 95 billion. He's worth 95.7 billion dollars. And that's basically mostly on his Tesla. That's where most of the wealth on Tesla. I mean, I like Teslas, don't get me wrong. But they were saying that he's catching up to Amazon. Amazon is everywhere. Everybody buys Amazon nearly on a daily basis. People I talk to, I myself, probably 2 or 3 times a week, I'm on Amazon buying some junk, and I have a Amazon Prime. I have Amazon Prime. So sometimes I'll buy movies on to download on streams. Amazon's got so much money for me. I think I might have my own parking space in a company somewhere. I probably have a plaque somewhere for like most loyal customer. Tesla has not got a penny for me. And he has got a penny from a lot of people. Not compared to Amazon, which people are shopping on a daily basis. So, and then also that it's worth more than I heard this. I heard that now Amazon. I'm sorry, Amazon. I'm getting tired here. Let me take another swig of this wake up juice. Tesla now is worth more than like all the American automakers put together. And yet, the percent of Teslas on the road today is a small fraction of the cars on the road. They're not making, I don't think they're making any money yet. Last I heard, I think they were losing money, but they weren't losing as much. But yet they're worth more. As Tesla turn a profit yet? Tesla turned a surprise profit in the first quarter of 2020. $16 million. They made $16 million in one quarter. 16 million, but yet the factory is worth, oh my goodness. Let's see. How much is Tesla worth? Oh, it's not telling me that. It's the wrong number. Is that I'm looking for? Revenue. That's not what revenue. How much is it worth? The whole company. Well, it's worth. Let's see. Today's share price is $2,153. But what is the whole company worth? Where is it? It's got a net income, revenue. I don't see it. Well, I guess revenue for the year to year is down 4.94%. So they're not making money. I didn't think so. I don't see what they're worth. They're worth a lot. Oh, 400 billion. $400 billion. That was 2 hours ago. Yeah, Tesla hits 400 billion. Wow. So there's only 7 companies worth more than 500 billion. So it's getting close to one of the top biggest companies in the world. But it's not even based on sales or anything. It's based, I don't know if you know the stock market. It's like a popularity contest. If you think that company is awesome, you think it's going to do well in the future, then you invest in it. But I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think, Tesla is the most exciting thing out. I mean, Elon Musk, he's a super exciting person to follow. I follow him like crazy. But, it's hype. It's crazy hype in my eyes. Hey, don't take my word for it. You might be missing out on a great investment. I don't know. I personally would not put my money in Tesla. I have not and would not. And as of right now, let's see how I would have done if I had bought it a year ago. So, by listening to me, which you would be a sucker to do, a year ago, Tesla per share was only $214. My God, I should have bought some Tesla share. So, and now it's $2,153. So that's a multiple of 10. 10 multiple in 1 year. See, suckers, don't listen to me. I am definitely not a good investor. I'm a horrible investor. I am where stocks go to die. And that's a true fact. It seemed like whenever I buy a stock, no matter how great they're doing, if I buy a Tesla right now, I guarantee you it'll drop tomorrow. It would crash. It would have the biggest correction, which it seems like it's due for a correction. It looks like it's due for a big correction, to be honest with you. I heard that one of the big drivers for their stock to go up so high, or the valuation to go so high, is that the Democrats are supposedly going to, if Biden wins, he's talking about really trying to push for electric vehicles, and he's going to buy electric vehicles for every U.S. government vehicle. So all U.S. government vehicles moving forward would all be electric, 100% electric. So I think they're banking on that. But unfortunately, Biden's going to lose. Oh, you heard it from me first. I'm sorry. I know, no politics. Little politics. Politics are fun, though. I mean, I gotta admit, I like politics. It's like a soap opera. It's like drama, real life. Right now, it's so crazy that Trump is on the news. He's tweeting. He's talking. He's everywhere you turn around. There's Trump talking. Talks so much. Works for him though. Apparently, Trump because he talks nonstop. He tweets his thoughts. He's definitely transparent, right? On the complete opposite side of that spectrum is Joe Biden, which basically his strategy is don't say anything. Don't go out in public. Don't interview. Don't make speeches. Don't do anything. Just we're doing good enough by you not speaking. Because speaking for him, as of right now, he's doing actually pretty good, apparently. But what can screw him up is himself in his own, you really call it gasps, and apparently does a lot of them. You have heard of him. They do one of those compilations of his mistakes and stumbling through sentences and everything. It's crazy. It's horrible. But I'm assuming that most of his speeches are coherent. And then out of all the different speeches, then there's a bunch of bad takes, I guess, or the gag reels, whatever. The bloopers, there's a ton of it. And as much as Trump talks, he definitely I mean, he doesn't. He's definitely not a politician, and that's to me why he won the first time around. Trump won because people were fed up with politicians. They were done with politicians. Politicians are just, you know, right. It's not about what they believe in policy wise. It's about what they think the people want to hear, and I think that's where Biden is wrong because he apparently thinks that people want to see that the rioters are on the good side. They're not. But but I think Biden really is too old. And I think it will be very apparent when they have their debates. I actually think somehow, some way, they're going to get out of those debates because if Trump frustrates him, flusters him, gets him off nerve, he's going to say stupid stuff. Biden will say stupid stuff. And then that's just going to kill his chance of winning. I mean, right now it's close. Surprised. But if Trump and Biden get into debate, Biden can only go down. Really, I guess maybe it'll help a little bit because a lot of people think that he doesn't have the wit anymore, the brain power, the clarity to debate Trump. So if he does do well against Trump, that would help. But that would be like a miracle, if you ask me. Anyhow, alrighty. Well, thanks for watching Paul's Take. This is the night shift, third shift. Try to do a show every night. It's getting more difficult because I'm running out of material. So please, if you have any good conspiracies you want me to look up, put it in the comment box. Yeah, I love conspiracies, UFOs, the like Illuminati stuff, the kind of like the Billboard, I don't know, I'm too tired to talk. You know, all those kind of stuff. If you have any like good leads, anything new that you heard of that might be interesting to me, you think maybe I haven't heard of, I can look it up. Or you can send me a link to something that's really interesting. That'd be awesome. Make sure you hit like if you like this one or not like it. If you don't like it, still hit like. I don't care. Do it. Helps me out. Helps the channel. And if you don't, anyways, and also hit subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe because that would help as well. So, thanks for watching. Paul's Take. Hit subscribe. Appreciate it. Hit the thumb up button. You're the best. Thanks for watching. Paul's Take.